Welcome! It's Jeff at Leo's Camera Supply here, and of course, we're in Austin, Texas, where we have now the new Panasonic S1 camera. A bit sexy, of course. The biggest thing about it, of course, that we need to point out is that now not micro four thirds, this is full frame. Full frame for some of you, old school guys, 24 by 36 millimeters, or most importantly, bigger than crop sensor. But what makes this interesting, of course, is the partnership of Panasonic with Leica and Sigma to create this group where they'll be producing lenses from the three companies, all compatible to each other's cameras. Panasonic on this case, well, we don't know about what Sigma is going to be offering on theirs. Leica, their camera doesn't have body image stabilization, and their camera is, of course, very modernized in its look. Very, I would call it personally a cold, very European look to it. Not as much as the ergonomic grips that you see with what Panasonic is putting as a priority. You have now the hybrid image stabilization with both the lens and camera combined together, which of course they brought out with their earlier GH5 series of cameras, which are famous for. So with a little over six stop image stabilization using the 5-axis hybrid, where it's the lens and the camera body utilized together. Basically, you could be walking around with the camera and doing what would be almost like using a gimbal, an active gimbal on the unit. Now, what this brings us to the table with the S1, of course, is the low light performance capability versus the S1R, which of course has the 47 megapixels, high resolution, more geared for photographic applications. Right now I happen to have the S1. I'll probably be working on the S1R later on. But this, of course, is really the hybrid, the optimized for video more so, if anything, than photo applications, or low light wise if that's your priority. So what we found, well, of course, both of these cameras that we're working with at this time are your still pre-production, not full-fledged firmware version. So there's still some issues that we are accustomed to finding with brand new cameras that haven't had the full version of the software yet. So before we get into the nitty-gritty, I would say that the camera functions are great. The feel of the camera, the weight, everything is just right. As you see here, we added a external microphone to do some videos, sample videos too, which we just got back from two examples where we did a action sequence of some gymnastic guys, and then we had one in low light of a band performing in a nightclub environment. So we'll post some of those videos and photos on the video on this video. We'll drop it in at the same time.